What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome back to another episode of IWC. Let's bring this down. It is the second episode, as we have all booked it here, as you can see here over on the chat. We've been booking it for about 3 to 4 hours right now, but, well, maybe not just the show. We've also, hired some more people, so on and so forth. Before we go ahead and let us show off the roster, shall we? Glacier is a combo of Cena and Frosty the Snowman. Well, you're not wrong. So let's start off with people who are actually under contract right now, nerds and geeks. So our enhancement talents, we have Cotton Machine and Nick Gage the Slut. Oh, I almost forgot, we have our occasional wrestlers as well, which is Glacier, John Bully Layfield, Mikey Whipwreck, who is an overprotective father to his son Mikey Whiplash, which we'll get to in a second, SM Punk, Steven Richards, the Right to Censor, the Blue Bully, and the Emo Original Gangster New Jack. We then have our openers. Poor Nick Gage, you're right. Openers are the Cowboy Joe Wayne Gacy, Alexis Nevada, Lord Masada, and the Space Monkey. We have our lower mid-carders, who are The Law, Marty Janela, Cheeseburger, Evie, Pinky, Rushy Rush, Spike Lee, and Sue Young Buck. Our mid-carders are Blowjob Whitmer, Darth Vader, Jesse LeRae, Joe Hendry, Joey James, Marty Scroll, Matt Riddler, Oleg the Pimp, Rebby Hardy, Reynolds Von Dam, Silver Surfer, the Big Brad Boski, and Eugene the Clown. Upper mid-carders we have Kami Dreamer, El Toros, Grado, Hercules Strongcock, Ian Williams Kata, Loki, Misty May, Sabu, and the Dead Man, Sammy Callahan. And then in our main eventer scene, we have Broken Matt Hardy, who technically isn't a part of the show yet, but he will be sooner or later. I don't know why he's booked right now. We were about to do a segment with him, and I had to get him in a segment, but we decided against it. That's right. So whatever. He's really not in here, but he is coming in. But he's just not a main eventer quite yet. But we do have Brother Nero, technically. Chris Hero Man. Drew Galloway, who's bringing the band back. Ethan Carter III. Glenn Jacobs. And Joseph Parks. Demons at Law. Matt Buck and Nip Buck. And Taco Michinoku. And then we have... What is this? Company could put W out of business. We're already putting W out of business. Didn't you see before, Kung Lao? Apparently the crows are circling them or whatever. Let's go ahead and give a look at our people who have not come into the company but will be here shortly. Eddie Edwards, Lionheart, Mikey Whiplash, Pete Gunn, Ricky Ramirez, Senor Benjamin, Toriano, and Trent Deagle. So there you have it. That is our roster right now, but let us jump in and run the show, and let's see if we did any better than we did last week. I'd like to say I think we did, but you never know. We do have a couple pre-show matches here, and even one post-match, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Our first pre-show match, we get a 30E plus, and a pre-show bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Reynolds Von Dam and Joe Hendry go over Oleg the Pimp and Blowjob Whitmer in 6 minutes, 28 seconds, when Reynolds Von Dam goes over Blowjob Whitmer with the pinfall. Unfortunately, Reynolds Von Dam is still the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. He's not suited to his gimmick, which we knew that already. And the crowd still doesn't like him. They're chanting for him not to come back. Get the hell out of here, Reynolds Von Dam. I thought we were getting RVD when I saw the poster. The poster said RVD. I wasn't expecting you. Joe Hendry debuted his copycat gimmick because he's going to be coming out pretty much just acting like some wrestler from the past. I'd imagine this time he dresses as RVD. Don't you guys, chat? I think the chat would agree with me. Joe Hendry comes down dressed as Rob Van Dam. So we have a team of Reynolds Von Dam and Rob Van Dam, played by Joe Hendry. Got an average rating. The crowd was not happy to see Oleg the Pimp wrestle either. Sorry for touching my mic there. Blowjob Whitmer debuted his slut gimmick. Got a poor rating. not a good slut blowjob Whitmer is. I'm not sure many people would want to hire him, to be completely honest. But whatever. Yeah, it's an alternative crowd. When they boo, that means that they're cheering, actually. Joe Hendry with an in-ring performance of a 35. Reynolds Von Dam with a 15. Blowjob Whitmer with a 33. And Oleg the Pimp with a 31. Reynolds Von Doom isn't a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's just the guy. Oh, yes, no, I'm sorry. Joe Hendry didn't come down as RVD. The real Leo Fernando, excuse me, corrected me here. He came down dressed as Rey Mysterio. That's Joe Mysterio. I don't know. Whatever. Ray Hendry. Oleg the Pimp is improving in Rumble, technical, and performance, so that's good for him. Good night to be Oleg the Pimp, unless, you count getting booed. And Reynolds Von Dam improving in both technical and performance. Really? Okay. We then go to an F+ rating, Nerds and Geeks. F+ rating with a 14 rating here. In an abysmal pre-show match, Glacier going over Cheeseburger in 2 minutes, 36 seconds. We also had Pinky try to distract Cheeseburger, but didn't work well for, his tag team partner. What the hell? Hold on. Cheeseburger was really off his game tonight, which is unfortunate. Pinky, though, he did some good work ringside. Glacier and Cheeseburger just don't click, which that made for an awkward bout, which is kind of hilarious since everyone wanted to do this match so bad and they have awkward chemistry together. Cheeseburger with a 19. Glacier with a 9. What? How does Cheeseburger have a better in-ring performance than Glacier? Don't know, don't care. That's awesome. And then in the main event of the pre-show, we get a 30 E+ rating here. And an abysmal pre-show match, Nerds and Geeks. Lord Masada going over Grado in 6 minutes and 8 seconds with a pinfall. The crowd still against Lord Masada. They do not like the Antichrist, Lord Masada. But he doesn't want to be liked. He doesn't care to be liked. Grado debuted his party animal gimmick and got a rating of poor, which is a shame for Grado. Masada with a 17. Grado with a 35. Not too bad. We could, Glacier, we'll see what Glacier can do. So that's the end of the pre-show as we move on to the opening segment of the night, which gets a 46 D rating, Nerds and Geeks. Freestyle segment where Ethan Carter III opens up the show, similar to how we did last week with Ian Williams Carter, but this time EC3's there. He comes out, he recaps over last week, saying that this place is just a circus act. Everything here is crazy. His cousin Ian doesn't even know how to run a show, and he's not about to let Ian drag the Carter's name through the mud. He's going to take this show from his cousin and make it great again. And he says, and no matter what Ian tries to shoot at him, he doesn't care if it's Nick Mondo, he doesn't care if it's a porn star, a Pokemon trainer, he doesn't care what the hell Ian Williams Carter has in store for him. He's not going away. He's going to bring these people what they came to see. And that's when Ian Williams Carter comes out and mentions again, you don't even have a contract, Ethan. The hell are you doing here? Get the hell off my show. You may have beat Nick Mondo last week, but if you need me to teach you another lesson, I'm gonna. You see, Nick Mondo is a part of a team called the Order of Hardcore. Another person a part of that team? Kami Dreamer. Kami Dreamer is going to take you on pretty much revealing that the Order of Hardcore is his new clientele, and he promised Lord Masada a title match pretty much. But we'll get into that in a second. I kind of spoiled something. But either way, Ian Williams Carter announces that Ethan Carter III is going to be battling Kami Dreamer right here, right now, next. And Ian Williams Carter improvised well throughout the segment as well. Look at him go. Got the crowd hotter. EC3 came across well. Everything's going well. Yeah, right, everyone, we just get a... okay, see you later, Kevin Nuke. This will be up on YouTube, so make sure you check it up on there, bro. But thanks for joining us, Kevin Nuke. And we could decide Maria. We can get Mike Bennett Maria. We then go on to the match that gets a C- 54 rating. Not a bad match. This might be our best match of the night. C- 54 rating and a poor match. Ethan Carter III going over you almost made me say Hendry. Kami Dreamer in an Extreme Rules match. Not really. It's a Aussie Rules match, but whatever. In 9 minutes 51 seconds after the 1%er, EC3 looking good tonight. He had an in-ring performance of 59. Kami Dreamer with the 34. Joe Hendry reveals himself as another Carter member. Could do that. Not a bad match, guys. No worker improvements, though. As we follow it up with an E plus 31 rating as Ethan Carter III celebrating, but that's when Lord Masada, Nick Mondo, and even Kami Dreamer regains his consciousness. They get back up. They start beating down EC3 with chairs, weapons, steel, chains, anything they can get their hands on. This is the hardcore Antichrist here, Lord Masada. I thought we were doing Zack Ryder as Ash. Kami Dreamer is a great name, isn't it? So they're beating the shit out of EC3. Masada then takes the mic and he, makes the announcement that I spoiled a little earlier, saying that the Order of Hardcore has joined forces with Ian Williams Carter, with IWC, and they've been hired to take out Ethan Carter III, and in return for, Masada's loyalty, he has been granted a match at the upcoming pay-per-view event. Who booked this shit? Against his personal choice, a man he wanted to face. He let him pick anybody he wanted to. So Hercules Strongcock at Who Booked This Shit, and in the 4th week of December on Saturday, you and I go one-on-one in an Aussie Rules match, because it's my favorite match in the world, for the champion of this region title. So there we go. Lord Masada, Hercules Strongcock, champion of this region. Boom. First match we booked in for the pay-per-view. Cooled the crowd, but that's fine. It's to be expected. Lord Masada's not over yet. We then move on to another amazing backstage segment that gets a 23 E-. Look at everybody coming out with Joe Hendry's future gimmicks. Backstage, we see John Zandig and the emo original gangster New Jack. New Jack is pouring his heart out to the hardcore legend John Zandig. Just, I'm so sick of those goddamn Bucks, John. They always beat me up and super kick me and tell me to suck it and all that. And just, crying his eyes out, pouring his heart out to Zandig, telling him how about, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to kill those Bucks. I'm going to cut them so deep. I'm going to cut them so deep. And Zandig just, is like, calm down, New Jack, calm down. Give Zandig a hug and let's talk about this. And pretty much they go off screen to talk about it. Presumably, they're going to come up with a plan together. Unfortunately, the emo original not suited to his gimmick, but that's fine. John Zandig debuting his extremist gimmick, which I don't think we actually came up with a gimmick for him, so that's unfortunate. But it did get an above average rating, so there's that. And we gained heat to the Bucks losing their mind segment, so can't complain too much. Macho Joe Hendry. As we move on to a quick little segment that gets a 56 C-, just a little hype video package. I imagine this being kind of like a commercial, maybe even old school kind of commercial where you see like the little buzzing or whatever the hell, the TV static going in between every once in a while. And we got Glenn Jacobs and Joseph Parks, and they're like, hi, I'm Glenn Jacobs, and I'm Joseph Parks. We used to be demons, but now we're looking to do the right thing for the world. Have you, suffered from this? Have you been burned alive by your younger brother? Have you been picked on? All this stuff, just relying, pretty much funny things, saying, have you suffered from this? Has a demon ever entered your house and gone, oh, yeah, this show's so great compared to how the ratings are. Just the whole lawyer segment, give Parks and Jacobs a call, and the demons at law will get you out of it, pretty much. Just a little hype segment saying that, yeah, they're here. Glenn Jacobs' lawyer gimmick got a rating of poor, which is unfortunate. Ugh. Joseph Parks, on the other hand, got an average rating, so there you go. 56 C-, not too bad. As we move on to our next match, that gets a 36 D- rating here. Oh yeah, it's my favorite thing ever. I came up with that, Kung Lao, Jesus. I came up with the Kane and Abyss lawyers gimmick, and it's like... So, hold on. Before we go on to this Misty May thing, Kung Lao, Jesus, let me give you a little bit of backstory on the Kane and Abyss thing. So I had Glacier's everyone's favorite gimmick. I had a TNA personal playthrough back when I had 2013. And I hired Kane after WWE let him go, and I had him and Jacobs, or not him and Jacobs, excuse me, him and Abyss form a tag team. They had a little bit of a feud, and then Kane won the Feast or Fire tag team title briefcase. At the time, it was Bram and James Storm who were tag team champions, and I still had the whole. I forget what James Storm called his dark team, but it was with him, Abyss, and all of them. And I had Abyss pretty much, Kane pointed out to, Abyss, James Storm and Bram, they're just abusing you. And Abyss, joined sides. He took Kane's side, and him and Kane beat James Storm and Bram for the tag titles. And then eventually I was going to have them transform into a lawyer gimmick afterwards. So I just kind of took that gimmick from my TNA thing and put it in here because I never got a chance to do it before, I had to get a new laptop. Either way, though, Misty May, our resident Pokemon trainer, Nerds and Geeks, going over our resident director, Spike Lee, and about that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Misty May defeating Spike Lee in an Extreme Rules match once again in 5 minutes 16 seconds with the Sharpshooter. All right, Sharpshooter. Glacier and Cheeseburger match of the year. 36 D-. Swoggle Sword did some good work ringside. Misty's getting better at his gimmick as well. Here's probably why this did better. Misty May and Spike Lee have great chemistry, and it showed in their performance. Huh. Dave Meltzer, we should have done this show on 420, because that'd have been the perfect night to get Dave Meltzer to rate this show. Misty May, though, good for you. And her and Spike Lee have great chemistry. Misty May with a 37, Spike Lee with a 28. Yeah, Misty May's OP. And Spike Lee is improving in technical skills. Well, we might improve Glacier. Who knows? We then go to a 33 E+ rating here. After the match, we get the lights turn out. They shine bright on the stage, and we hear music go off, and we just hear, "Prepare for trouble and make it double. To protect IW..." I don't remember the whole spiel we have. I got to come up with one myself, but protect IWC from, they do the whole Team Rocket catchphrase, except they make their own turn on and everything. Joey James, Jesse LeRae comes out, of course, with their mascot / Meowth, El Toros. They do their whole spiel. They get in the ring, and they have a Pokemon battle. El Toros and Eevee come out. El Toros beats Eevee. She faints. And then Team Crockett does something against the rules, Nerds and Geeks. Team Crockett attacks Misty. They attack the trainer. You're not allowed to attack the trainer in a Pokemon battle, but they did. They attack Misty May, beat her down, and then they bag Swogglesaur up, put him in a burlap bag, and carry him away to carry off to their leader, who we don't know who it is yet, but the leader of Team Crockett. So, yeah. Not only did El Toros beat Eevee in a battle, but then they kidnapped Swogglesaur and beat the shit out of Misty May. What's going to go happen here? Crazy stuff. That's probably my favorite segment of the night, by the way. Joey James is getting better at his gimmick, which I'm happy to see. And Team Crockett Team Crockett Strikes Again storyline has started. This angle proves that this is the best promotion, right? You're telling me. We then go to a 40 D-, as we just have a freestyle segment once again. The dead man, not ma'am. Sami Callihan's in the back. He's cutting a dark promo on Silver Surfer. Pretty much, I really don't know what he's going to be talking about, but he's sitting there, you think you're some sort of hero. You think you're some sort of hero because you stopped the man who devours worlds from devouring our world. And then he'll just be like, "You're not a hero, Silver Surfer. You're a fraud. You're a man who was hit too hard in his head and doesn't see what you really are. But I'm going to show you just what you are." And then, I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea what they're feuding about. But Sami Callihan cutting a dark promo, pretty much saying what he wants to do to Silver Surfer. He wants to kill Silver Surfer, basically. He wants to kill Silver Surfer and resurrect him as his own dead zombie slave, pretty much. It gained heat to the storyline. So Sami Callihan, dark promo. Ric Flair to be Professor Oak. Vince McMahon to play Oak. You can have Vince McMahon be Giovanni. We then go to a 46 D rating here as Drew Galloway before his main event match, as in the main event tonight it will be a fatal four-way to decide who will face Matt Riddler at our upcoming pay-per-view for the IWC, or not the IWC, excuse me, the Champion of the Earth Championship. Because last week Matt Riddler got the pin in that tag team match, and he pinned Silver Surfer, which is why Silver Surfer isn't the one getting, going to be in this match. But either way, Drew Galloway talks about his match upcoming, saying that, we're going to, I got this title match coming up. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to beat Hero Man. I'm going to beat Sabu. I'm going to beat the other guy that I can't. Low Key, I think it was. It wasn't Sabu. It was Low Key and then someone else. I can't remember. I'm going to beat them all, and I'm going to go on, and I'm going to win the Champion of the Earth, and I'm getting the band back together pretty much. He talks about getting the band back together, talks about winning the championship. Drew Galloway's in a good mood, and nothing's going to bring him down unless he loses, unfortunately. So he debuted his band member gimmick and got an above average rating of it. Not too shabby. Here you can get your Woo starter. You can get your Woo starter. Woo Pokemon. Woo. We got Swagosaur. Woo El Tauros, and we got an Eevee. Woo. So we move on to the main event of the night, Nerds and Geeks, which gets a 58 C- rating. Not too shabby. And about that had decent wrestling, but not much weight and heat. Chris Hero Man indeed does get the victory after he goes over Drew Galloway, Tako Michinoku, and Low Key in 12 minutes 44 seconds when Hero Man pins Low Key with a rolling elbow. I actually just watched a Botchamania the other night where Hero was talking about Low Key not liking him because he double stomps or something. So that's kind of funny how Low Key's the one that takes the fall. I think we made him take the fall, but still, I just find it funny. No, we didn't. He took the fall legit. Taco debuted his All-American Weasel gimmick, which got a rating of awful, so that's unfortunate. It did get the crowd buzzing, though. Hero Man with a 68. Drew Galloway with a 43. What the hell? 43 for Drew Galloway? That's a bit unbelievable, if I'm being honest. Tako Michinoku with a 39, and Low Key with a 58. And this victory goes ahead and confirms it that at our next pay-per-view, who booked this shit for the Champion of the Earth title, it'll be Chris Hero Man batting Matt Riddler. I think I want to change Matt Riddler's name, guys. What would you think if we call him Matthew Riddler instead? I don't know. It just sounds more evil to me for some reason. Champion. I spelled champion wrong. Champion of the Earth. Chris Hero Man versus Matthew Riddler is what I'm thinking. 2 matches booked in for the pay-per-view. Drew Galloway's improving in Rumble and performance. And like I said, I believe that's the ending of the show, but we do have a post-match show, or post-match match, which, wow, this did not do good at all. You guys thought this would do really good, but it didn't. 31 E+, and a terrible post-match show. Su Young Buck, Matt Riddler, and the Young Bucks going over the emo original gangster, New Jack, the priest from the Middle East, Sabu, and the bullies, the Blue Bully and John Bully Layfield, in 12 minutes 41 seconds when Matt Riddler goes over Sabu by pinfall. So Su Young Buck, not suited to her gimmick, which we knew that already. Matt Riddler already debuted his gimmick. Didn't he debut it last week? That doesn't make any sense. He had a match. Whatever. He debuted his comic book villain gimmick and got a below average rating on it. They weren't happy with seeing Matt Riddler wrestle as well, which makes no sense in real life because everyone loves Matt Riddle for what I understand. Emo Original Gangster, which we already knew was not suited to his gimmick. The Blue Bully got a rating of awful on his bully gimmick. JBL got a rating of below average on his bully gimmick, which that surprises me. You think he would get 100. And Sabu with a very good rating as his priest gimmick. All right. He was off his game. Nick Buck looked excellent out there. Matt Buck really stood out. Matt Riddler with a 26. Su Young Buck with a 28. Nick Buck with a 63. Matt Buck with a 63. Sabu with a 31. John Bully Layfield with a 41. The Blue Bully. I keep almost calling him the Bull Bully. With a 15, and the Emo Original Gangster with a 12. Lovely. Sue Young Buck is improving in both technical and performance, and we end off the show to get a 54 C-. Huh. It lost our popularity in 11 regions, but still. Huh. That's something, huh? That's something else. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that we got a C show? Maybe MTV won't bitch at us this time about, hey, we really would rather you get, shows that are good. Matthew Riddler? I like that better. Oh, yeah, Sue Young Buck's better than Matt Riddler. Somehow, right? Somehow. It's because she's a buck. Come on. Oh, no. Ghetto's hurt badly. Severe shoulder separation. That's a shame. All Japan got a new champion. Triple Crown Heavyweight Champion changed hand as Chima became the new champion after defeating Sushi. Interesting. Oh, that's something. The glory of the that was booked tonight deserved an A. It did get an A. Trevor Lee became the AAW Heavyweight Champion. Oh, look at this. Feedback from viewers has been decent, although hardly spectacular. That's fine. Oh, look, Zack Sabre Jr. is going to AIW as long as Joe Coffey. No, whatever. Eric Young joins TNA. Good for TNA. They got one of their originals back. Noah's getting rid of Daisuke Harada. Oh, Hamada. Wow. Haven't seen that name in a long time. All right, and let's check off this here. Lionheart has officially joined ICW. Come on, man. MTV's still not happy. That's fine. I'm okay with that. All right, well, that's going to be the end of this episode, Nerds and Geeks. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, like, and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, I will see you guys for the next episode, so keep an eye out for when the next stream will be going up. Always check my Twitter, my Facebook, and I always put it up on YouTube when we're going to stream the day before and then when we're going to be streaming, like, hey, we're going to be streaming in just a few minutes. So always keep an eye out on that. But other than that, hope you guys are enjoying this series, and hopefully a lot of you guys will join us next time to help us book more. I will see you guys in the next one.